Hi, welcome to Laura's View and Tarot 2. I am so glad you're here. Today's date is Wednesday, November 27th, 2024. Here in the United States, it is Thanksgiving Eve. So tomorrow is a day that here in the United States we set aside to give thanks. It occurs in many other countries at other times of the year. I'm aware of that. But since I'm in America, I thought I'd wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving if you celebrate. And joy and love and light no matter where you are. Well, I was looking, one of the traditions here in the United States for many decades has been the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. I know when I was a child, it was so exciting and it was something I tried never to miss. We had to get up really early on the West Coast to see it happen live on the East Coast, but it was always worth it. And I just read on alt media news that there has been some Shenanigans Averted that were planned for the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade tomorrow. And I found it very interesting. I don't question it. It's been almost too quiet on the current events front, hasn't it, folks? That something could be up. Now, what I was reading as I was reading about it, apparently there were some drones that were made in another country, and the speculation is that it was so that that other country could be blamed for actions that harmed US citizens. So, speaking carefully, you can read between the lines, I'm sure. So, what I want to do today is just simply ask, there are people, I always wanted to go to New York City and watch that parade live. Hotel rooms that face out on the avenue where that goes are booked up years in advance. And oh my gosh, the prices are, for middle class America, they're really kind of impossible. But I always wanted to do that. And there's a lot of people that it is their tradition. They're going to be in New York City, kind of kicking off the holiday season. And the day after is what we call Black Friday. Might be good to delve into why it's called Black Friday. That might be another video after this one. Who knows? But I wanted to just ask if there has been whiteout action and steps taken to keep people as safe as possible tomorrow in big urban areas that have celebrations that for Thanksgiving, and plus additional insights and information. Now let's add a yes or no element to our question. So I'm going to ask, is the alt media discussion that there was uh, a foiling of some shenanigan plans that would have harmed innocent people tomorrow in New York City. Is that accurate? Plus additional insights and information for people, especially if they're planning to be, in large group settings for the kickoff to the holiday season. So let's see what the universe wants us to know. I'm going to switch the camera and let you watch me work with the cards, and we'll find out together. Again, we're asking the universe if there's accuracy in the alt media reporting that a large cache of drones and other supplies that were intended to harm innocent civilians um, was neutralized, and just insights and information, especially for those who will be in large urban areas kicking off the holiday season here in the United States. First card we have is Page of Pentacles. Then we have the Five of Swords. Kind of getting a yes here, guys. It was averted. Something was averted. Knight of Swords. Strength. Then we have the Seven of Cups. The Two of Wands. Two and Three of Wands keep showing up all the time, guys. I love it. And the Nine of Cups. So let's look at this information we're getting from the cards and see how that kind of works with the information that was on alt media. The Page of Pentacles is the subject we were asking, and this is about worthwhile effort. We were asking, did white hats avert something? And we got, yeah, it was white was definitely a worthwhile action and successful. It is a loss, not a complete loss, but it is a loss of a plan that apparently evil was putting, the deep state was putting a lot of faith in. And here's why we got the white hats with the Knight of Swords showing up saying that they've already done this action. This is our recent past card. Now here's why we can start saying thank you and take a deep breath, and we've got the Strength card showing up here. This is a major arcana card. When the Strength card shows up, it says the situation is in hand, that there is an infinite amount of strength that is on hand to deal with situations, and this thwarting was genuine and very effective. Now, we've got choices showing up here in the near future with the Seven of Cups. Now, some of those choices include letting yourselves get sucked into a worry type of mind frame or things like that. And also, you're going to have some choices about where you go and how you spend your time. Even though the white hats and the alliance and our law enforcement that are really trying to protect innocent life are doing everything they can in this holiday season and in this process, especially in the United States, is going through for what is hoped to be a peaceful transition from the perceived 46 administration to Donald Trump's 47th or second official administration here in the United States. There's lots of choices on what to do and where to go. And while we're not getting any advice to stay home and shelter in place, use your situal awareness and be wise. What's going on, okay? There are other plans that are in play that may not affect large groups to that extent. There are just people that are just not very happy and don't value human life as we would. Those of us that, know and love our fellow man. So when you go out, have your head on a swivel a little bit, know where the exits are. If you know where the entrance is and which way to depart a mall to get to the back to your car, you can also notice where other exits are and just be aware of that. Go into a restaurant, don't just figure out where the bathroom is, figure out where the exits are. Situational awareness is never silly. Okay, so we're not getting told to stay home here, not at all. But something was averted, and there may be a few other plans that aren't quite as um, large scale impactful that we do need to concern ourselves about. Regardless, what's going on here? We got insights and information coming. The strongest one is the Two of Wands. It says, guys, we are just at the cusp of setting out somewhere much better, much freer, much safer, much happier, and we're there. The time is coming where that is going to be very evident and upon us. And 90% of us, okay, this is from both sides of the political aisle, are going to be very happy with those changes that come about. But in the process of the changes getting revealed or put into play, again, situational awareness is kind of seems to be the word of the day here. I'm going to get some other cards and we'll see if there's further insights and information for people to know. But thank you, Alliance and White Hats. Thank you. Thank you for those who valued the safety and well-being of, innocent life and helped thwart it, however you did it. We've got the Five of Wands showing up with the Devil card. And we have the Hierophant showing up with Temperance. So we're getting told all of a sudden this question actually has more value and is more important than I thought. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 major arcanas out of 11 cards. And the major arcanas are not even a fourth of the deck. So that's kind of significant that it's way over 25% of the cards I pulled. So let's look here at what we got. We've got kind of a confirmation that for a time, a very brief period of time as far as time is measured, there is going to be still some strife, some pushback, people unhappy with election results and again, the transition to the 47th administration. And there are people that have allowed themselves to be tempted and to make choices that aren't in the best interests of treasuring and valuing innocent human life. But the choice is always ours, whether we get tempted or choose to be good or choose to be evil, the choice is ours. And if you look here, even though there's a couple of people with shackles in this card here, they really could get out of them if they wanted to. They are not tightly bound. They are willingly aligned with the devil. So we have to recognize too that in this free will universe, there are people that are freely and of their own volition aligned with shenanigans, but that the choice was theirs. And again, the choice is to they could walk away too. And I hope many do. The Hierophant shows up here with temperance. And Hierophant is basically, again, quite often for me, it talks about um, more traditional forms of information streams and educational and political information, that kind of thing. You know, the mainstream is indicated here. And temperance is a teamwork card. I like that it's showing up here. So I'm getting that there is an effort to reach out to have more and more of those who were, for one reason or another, not aligned with a light path to be in teamwork and keep innocent humans safe and healthy. So I like seeing that there's still extending that offer to um, be of value, be of worth, be in the light, choose right. Because again, this is a free will universe and the choice is ours. Okay? Are we going to walk in the light or are we going to let ourselves fall prey to temptations? No matter what individuals choose, there is a very strong element in the white hats and the alliance who are working to keep as many of us as safe as possible. We need to do our part, though. Again, don't stay home and cower in fear, but know your surroundings and make smart choices about where you do, where you go. And listen, if your hinky meter says, I don't know why, but I don't feel safe, listen to it and get out of there. So let's recap. There is information out on alt media that a number of weapons that were planned to be used to create some harm and injury and mayhem in the New York area tomorrow has been neutralized. And I wanted to find out if there was some truth with that. We definitely got some information and then, just further insights and information, but we got definitely a nod to the fact that the White Hats have been on the job, that they neutralized a great amount of what was planned. But if you notice, this card doesn't indicate a complete one. How so in the short term, there is still some shenanigans that may potentially play out, and the White Hats are on it as much as possible. And then the cards were telling us that we can be pretty happy about the situation. So while there may be some other plans, they're not as major. And we were told that there's some choices out there, where to go, what to do. Nothing said stay home. Nothing said cower in fear or be worried. But over and over again, I was hearing the message to share with you that we should, if you're in large groups and large areas, have situational awareness. I said, don't just know like me as a senior citizen. I always find out where the restrooms are in case I need to use one before I leave. Also, notice where the exits are. And if you're, as I call it, the hinky meter goes off and you feel like for whatever reason you're in a situation or a place that is not safe, listen to it and depart. Okay? You don't need to investigate to see why you're feeling that way. You can just say, oh, time to go. So the Two of Wands showed up as well, and the Two of Wands keep showing up, just reminding me, and the Three, and both of them kind of work together to say, the future's bright. With the world's changing, and our path to that new world is very close and upon us, and the path is clear, and we're headed that way. And I love seeing that. The overall card read had a number of major arcanas, so the reassurance that something had been thwarted, and that while not every eventuality has been found. The major one seems to have been for the plan for tomorrow. And let me get just mildly woo with you before I leave. Okay. Energy flows where attention goes. I said that in my last video, and I've said it numerous times in numerous videos. So let's take our energy after we go to, okay, that report was validated. Let's take a minute and picture an increased success rate for anybody or any entity or organization that is working to keep people safe, to prevent harm to others, that they have success beyond their wildest dreams and hopes. And conversely, but no less totally, that the plans of evil are thwarted and stymied and don't work out. And let's have them be unsuccessful and frustrated and, like it or not, have the best possible outcome despite what they hope and plan, the best possible outcome for human safety, life, and happiness. We can make it happen because we're going to put energy into best possible outcomes for crowd situations, for celebrations, for families getting together, for every positive and loving event and situation. Best possible outcome. And plans of evil, total failure. Always, completely, and forever across all planes of existence. We can do this, guys. That's it for this video. Until next time, if you're willing to receive it, I send you love, light, and I wish for you everything bright. Bye.